Yo, yo, yo. What it do, peoples? Happy Thursday, man. What's going on, guys? Oh, man. I'm pizzaed right off the bat. I wonder who that could be. What's up, 8-Ro? How's it going, buddy? How you doing, bro? Yeah. Happy Thursday, guys. We got video gaming news for today, April 4th, and then we're going to dive into day 10 of Dragon's Dogma 2. Keep pushing with the Archer. Try to get into the Magic Archer vocation after that. We'll see how that goes today. I don't think that we'll quite get all the way to the Magic Archer vocation. We're only about halfway through the Archer right now. But it's still, I'm enjoying it very, very much. I am anticipating playing this all the way up until... What up there, Ed? I'm anticipating playing this all the way up until I head on vacation here in roughly 10 days. By the way, be prepared for that. I've got a vacation coming up, so the family and I are taking a much-needed vacation together, just to go actually have a legitimate holiday, or vacation, whatever you want to call it. And spend some time together doing some fun stuff. And so that's going to be the jam from right around the middle of April. So the stream will be down for roughly a week. Be prepared for that. It never feels good for me to have the stream down, I don't even most people that have been around here for a while know that the first year of me streaming, I streamed 7 days a week, and then it was just a bit too brutal with feeling like I was not having enough time to take care of content and life stuff, things like that. So I ended up starting to take a day off, and that's where we've been at for a while now, is just taking a Wednesday off every single week, and even that feels bad. I love what I do, dude. I love being here with you guys, and I love streaming and having a good time, diving into the world of video games and just laughing about the games we play and stuff. So it's always a bit weird for me to not be here, even on that 1 day a week whenever I take that time off to focus on live stuff and working on stuff for the channels and the community and everything, like yesterday. So it feels really good to be back today. A week off is wild. A week off is wild, but it's needed. And so just be prepared for the fact that that's coming. And, I'll keep making sure that everybody's aware that that's happening as we get closer and closer to it. Okay. So on that note, let's do what we do, baby. Let's dive into video gaming news for today, April 4th. And, yeah, then we'll go play some games. Cool. Let's do it. Let's go. Just know that there are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 patch notes out there if you're interested. I'm not going to dive into those. But if you're interested in what Season 3 is bringing along patch notes wise, you can find that out there in various different places. Saga Emerald Beyond trailer, final trailer. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wait, what? Tekken 8's Eddie Gordo patch is an absolute disaster? Oh, no. Eddie's such a great character, dude. Oh, crap. Dude, for real? Bro, this is too funny. Yo, this is gamers, though, right? This is gamers. Helldivers 2 soldiers call uncalled for Devs Nerve shotgun because it was hands down the best sniper rifle in the game. Yo, 8-Ro, fill me in, dude. Fill me in. You got a link or just let me know in chat? Yeah, I mean, that's important. That's important, dude, for sure. This is, dude. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Gamers are ridiculous sometimes. You have to know things like this are coming. If you're playing like a shooting game and you've got a what is supposed to be a shotgun and it legit is working better than all the sniper rifles in the game, you know that's going to get nerfed. Come on, man. It's not that's not a gun that's working as intended, you know? So Ferret, yeah. Yo, 35 stream streak, dog. We're going streaking. I still haven't gotten that done, dude. I had a really busy day yesterday, really busy, so I didn't get nearly as much stuff done yesterday as I wanted to for the you know, the channels and everything. But I will get it at some point. It will happen. It might be 2 years from now, but I'm gonna get that GIF done. This is what sucks. I already looked for, so I was looking for the GIF. I was having a hard time finding a place to pull down the GIF that actually had the audio in it. Oh, she's like 130, dude. Yeah. 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 Pretty craziness, dude. So shout out to True. That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, dude, a 35 stream streak is incredible, you know? 130 is like mind blowing, dude. That's insane. And so much appreciated.
It's time to get up off your knees.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's up with this whole, like, whatever Steam did here. So every time you trade CS, so is this specifically for CS2? Is that what's going on here? It's not just Steam as a whole. It's trade CS2 item, 8 gets 7 days trade ban. Now they added 10 days of the item being invisible for everyone but you. So basically there are 3 days. There's a 3-day window in which a scammer can trade the item to some other account, make it invisible for another 10 days, which does not help in tracking where your item went. All right, let me see if I'm tracking this right.
It's time to get up off your knees.
So 7 days after a trade of any item, it cannot be traded for. So anytime an item gets traded, it can't be traded again for the following week. Yeah. And that's been something that's been in the mix for a while. Is that what I'm gathering? But now they've added 10 days of the item being invisible for everyone but you. And what does but you mean? You being the person that traded it, or you being the person that got it traded to you? You being the person that got it traded to you, right? Wait. No. Only the owner can see the item. Okay. So whoever got the item in the trade. So there's a 3-day buffer window after the item unlocks to be able to be traded again, but it's where it's still invisible except to the person that currently owns it. That's interesting. That's weird. Why would they do that? They have to have a reason. Did they say what their reasoning was? Why would they make the invisibility window of the item 3 days longer than even the lock window? This is only a CS:GO thing, right? This is all that's happened with Steam. Originally, you made it sound like there was something implemented, like platform-wide, that they were doing, but it's just a CS:GO thing, huh? Or a CS2 thing. You think? Let me see if I can pull something up on it. Try to help us wrap our heads around what's going on here. There's not a lot about it. It's interesting. No, you're okay. You're okay. It's interesting. I mean, if that's, it does say that there's invisibility happening with these items, it looks like. There's just not a lot to pull up about it, which is what's unfortunate. Let me see this. Yeah. No, I totally believe you. The thing that's what I'm saying is, like, you know, I would just like to see some kind of information about what their reasoning is, and definitively, I understand like where you're coming from, but I'd like to see something from, you know, Valve. I mean, it is their game, you know. What you know, I'd like to see something from Valve talking about why they did this. It doesn't look like it's an easy thing to find right now. That's weird. That's weird. I'm not. I think one of my problems is like trying to wrap my head around it. Whenever I haven't ever been in the Counter-Strike, you know, community. I've never really dove into the Counter-Strike games. I've never dealt with the item, you know, economy in that game or anything either, so it's harder for me to wrap my head around exactly what might be going on there, as opposed to somebody that is familiar with that, you know. Oh yeah, here. Well, you should be. Just a second. Yeah, that's not gonna help. But I appreciate it. Let me know if you figure anything out. I'm having a hard time pulling anything up, even from Steam, on why they do it like that. This is the only thing I'm really seeing. So 10-day inventory item invisibility. What's the point? Think they played themselves. Normally, you're looking for a skin. You would go here to the trade section, look for the skin you want, and trade it. Now you can't see all the items, so people can claim to have anything. Chances are that if people are looking for skins, they now go to the sites they try to outplay. Point is to make money laundering and selling scam skins lower and less appealing. Sure, you dislike it since you're on them. How can you prove someone scammed you if the item is invisible? Since it now became all basically private for 10 days, people can do whatever now. Became all more secretly, which makes actual trading less appealing. Yeah, that's not a lot of help there either. It's always weird seeing people talk about this kind of stuff too that don't have any kind of real insight to why the developer did what they did. This is what I'll say. We know for a long time that A platform like Steam has been dealing with things like, you know, trying to counter and battle the negative side of the economies in games like that, right? Whether it be, you know, a lot of malicious actors trying to dupe people, or dude, the money laundering on Steam has been an issue for a long time, you know. And it seems like I would have to assume, without any kind of real information, because I'm having a hard time pulling anything up, I would have to assume they did this for a reason, to try and combat some of those issues, you know. But I mean, you know, it's really hard for me to say definitively when I don't have experience in that economy, and you know, we're getting nothing on the part of the developer themselves, being Valve. So I don't know, man. It's kind of, it does seem odd. It does seem odd. But if you come up with anything, man, let me know and we can try to dive into it. Appreciate it, buddy. Bro, give me a break. I was just thinking the other day, I was like, man, I haven't talked about Hellblade 2 in a while, and I'm glad. Keyword here being games. You know. This is funny. This is funny. I like this. This is actually kind of comedy right here. Hellblade 2 developer Ninja Theory says its fans enjoy shorter games. People want to pay more for shorter games, yeah? Is that what we're getting at, Ninja Theory? Are you trying to, you know, you trying to, like, put this notion in people's heads? You guys are better off playing shorter games. Is that what we got going on here, man? There's a lot of pressure on people's time these days. That doesn't mean that people want less for their money. You know? Let's keep this up. We're going to talk about this. God dang, dude. By the way, not even going to be a game. This is going to be a cinematic experience. Interactive. This is what I'm labeling these types of games as now, moving forward. Yeah, I did see that. And, you know, it's unfortunate. Yep. I've never been a big fan of his anyways, but that doesn't mean that I don't have, you know, empathy for what he's going through. And so many other people are going through, or have gone through. The big C, dude, is terrible. It's a terrible thing. It affects so many people, and it's just so catastrophic, man. It feels rough. Having to, you know, I don't think I know anybody that hasn't been affected by cancer in some form or fashion. You know, whether it be personally or friends or family that have had to deal with it, you know, deaths that are a result of it. It's unfortunate. I wish him the best. I do. I wish him the best. It's always one of those things where this is the thing that weirds me out about it, you know. And life's been like this for a long time in our world. But you know, it's always, you know, it just seems weird to me that when it's people like Ninja that it gets made into a big deal. When you know, it's, and I get it, you know, he's got a lot of notoriety, a lot of fame, stuff like that, you know, but they're hospitals loaded with children right now. They're dying from leukemia and all kinds of different cancers and stuff like that, you know. But it's like whenever somebody like Ninja finds out that they've got like a form of skin cancer, you know, everybody's like, oh no, you know. It still sucks, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be concerned and everything, but it just, I don't know. it always seems weird to me whenever there's, you know, we get so much airtime and public displays of, you know, putting this out there for people that, you know. And here's my hope. My hope is that now that Ninja has had to deal with something like this, you know, he will advocate for it more, you know, maybe start a charity or something, and help other people that have had to deal with the same kinds of stuff that he's dealing with, you know. So again, don't get me wrong, I'm not, you know, I'm very empathetic. I feel for him. It's weird the way our world works with this kind of stuff, you know. Like, it always seems like it's the famous people that make it something to be talked about, you know. It's really weird when people are dying from it every single day, and you know, they're just, it's weird. It's weird for me. But I do wish him the best for sure. Yo, that was so close. So close. What up, Pinky? What's up, dude? So again, I think you know, what I'll end up talking about again today when we hit this article is this. I don't expect Hellblade 2 to be a video game in a traditional sense. I expect it, and they keep calling it a game. Everything I've seen about this game leads me to believe that it's going to be very unengaging as what I expect a video game to be. You won? They look different. No, you don't have same emote. Look at chat on. It's really close, dude. It was really close. Yo, you gotta quit winking, dude. You gotta quit winking. But yeah, I mean, I just wish that they would promote this game as what it actually is. It's an interactive cinematic experience is what this is. Scam OASMH, bro. I can't help the way it works, dog. I can't help the way it works. But look, let me just go back to what 8-Row brought up, and I am empathetic. Anybody that is dealing with any kind of significant health issues, you know, especially ones like cancer that can be so catastrophic. They're you know, the road to recovery is quite often very brutal depending on when you catch it. Even if there is a recovery, you know what I mean? Depending on when you catch it. It's a terrible thing to watch people deal with. It really is. And I wish him the best. I really do. Keep looking here. It's scam. Very close. You're right, Ferret. I thought it was at first too. I was looking up on because nowadays I have to look up on the my OBS to see if they're actually the same or not, you know, because my chat doesn't always show them the way they're supposed to be shown. One second, guys. All right. Oh yeah, exactly, Ferret. Yeah, Ferret's the one that made me recognize that actually on our overlay for chat on the stream. Pinky's pissed. He's like, I'm just gonna cabbage all day now. Video game discounts on Amazon. Take a quick peek. I'm sorry, Pinky. So close, so close. Yo, have you played more Dragon's Dogma, dog? What level are you at? He rose out for blood, dude. That's funny, dog. That's so funny, bro. That's what I kind of figured. I know you'd been playing a lot of Lethal here lately. Did you see the clip, bro? Did you see the clip that I put a bunch of clips in Discord, by the way, yesterday, guys? Bro, Pinky, yo, here, dude, this is for you. I didn't tag you in it because I didn't want to wake you up if you were sleeping, but yo, there you go. Dude, there's some good clips from some of the Dragon's Dogma stuff over the past week. You guys should check some. Here, I'll put some of them in the Discord right now, or in the chat, but they're in Discord as well. There's that one. Here's this one. This one. Yeah, there's Pinky's pawn, bro. I can't, dude. The entire playthrough, I'm just gonna be losing my mind about flipping this upper body Chadwick, man. Flipping hilarious. YouTuber stands against publishers so they stop destroying games. Yo, good for you, buddy. Yeah, I'm with you, Doug. A lot of bad stuff happening out there. Gaming Bible can get wrecked. Tootie Monochrome Adventure Scaramazuzu. What a name, dude. Was 8-Row one of those people that held you hostage, dude, for playing Lethal? 8-Row, are you holding Pinky hostage, dude, on the Lethal front? What is this? Steam users can now play one of the biggest Bethesda games for free. See what this is. 8-Row hates Lethal? What? Why? Why does he hate Lethal? It's the other way around. Pinky's holding 8-Row hostage. That's funny, dog. Yeah, on the 11th, dude, we got a week, and the Fallout series is dropping on Amazon. We're just gonna watch it all day. We're not even gonna play games that day, probably. Just gonna watch it all day. I hate Lethal. It doesn't want to play it. I just imagine Pinky like dragging 8-Row by his wrist, like, "Come on, man, we're playing Lethal." Yo, by the way, bro, dude, yo, flipping, dude, in the funny channel of the Discord, bro, Pinky, where did Reject find that? Bro, it does look like you. I was dying, dog. Reject posted a picture in the funny channel of the Discord of this crocheted or something like doll, and it looks like Pinky, bro. It's so good. It's so good. And he's got some fat cake, boy. Yeah, it's so funny, dog. It looks just like Pinky, bro. I don't know how Reject found that, dog. I don't know how he found that. It was so funny, bro. The poses on the bed, too. The poses on the bed. Oh, my God. It's so funny, dude. I don't know how he came across that, but I was like, holy crap, dude. It does look like Pinky. I was dying, bro. That was so funny. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, that was so funny, dude. You were studying all day yesterday? Oh, no, dude. The voodoo doll hopefully doesn't fall into lava. That sucks, 8-row. God, I do not miss the days of doing school, bro. Wife and kids probably going, what's so funny? Yeah, dude. Well, all the time, basically, for me, you know. Studying small grenade throw angles in CS2. Oh, dude, that's so funny, bro. Oh, Jesus. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. Well with CS2, the smoke and everything is totally like physics based now, right? So it's there's a whole thing about like playing with the smoke and everything now. It's wild. Yeah, I haven't obviously taken a dive into it, but I know about it. Yeah, it's wild. No, I'm neutral, dog. I'm neutral. But yeah, you're not wrong, Ferret. Yeah, like with my wife and kids, dude. I'm always in here cutting up with you guys and stuff, and even after the stream, sometimes like with the pictures Reject put in, bro, I was dying. Like, I'll be in here like on my days off on Wednesday and stuff too. Whenever I finally, depending on how much I have going on that day, like yesterday was stupid busy, but I'll sit in here and start making like, highlights of all the previous week's content and stuff. And sometimes, dude, there's just, there'll be clips that I'm making that I'll just be sitting here laughing my head off at, dude, because it's so funny. Like the stuff that we do in here and the things that happen in the video games and stuff. And they've got to be thinking, geez, Dad is flipping nuts, dude. Yo, I don't even care what people say. This Mario Brothers movie was dope. I loved it. The old school Super Mario Brothers movie. Loved it, dude. I'm sure it didn't hold up very well, and I haven't watched it since I was really young. But I thought it was a banger back in the day. Kind of the same thing though. Like it probably doesn't hold up very well. Like I'll tell you, I went back and watched the Spawn movie. Probably about half a year ago, I tried to watch the Spawn movie from like, what was it, early 2000s or whatever. It was flipping terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad, dude. I'm glad they're making a new one because that old one is trash can. And I liked it originally. John Leguizamo, though, was phenomenal in that movie. Well, would this surprise anybody that there's, Ubisoft has job listings out there that are pointing to them making a new Far Cry game? That's one of their games that they push out pretty quickly and quite often, so. Oh, yeah, dude. My kids watch it. My kids like it. They used to watch it. It was on, like, Netflix or something for a while. And because it had the actual live action part of it, and then it had the cartoon part of it. Remember? That's the one you're talking about, right? That's the one you're talking about, right? Not talking about that one. Oh. Then maybe I don't know. You have a link? That's Land with Yoshi. I don't know if I remember that one. Yeah, I don't know if I remember that one, dude. Yo, Reject. What's up, dude? Yeah, we were just like cutting up about that flipping picture you put in the Discord of Pinky's doll, dude. God dang, dog. Where did you find that, dude? I know you put in the Discord, but I mean, dude, it was just so wild that you came. It looks just like Pinky, dude. Well, we were dying. Whenever you first put it in, I was dead, dude. I was crying, dude, laughing so hard. And then we it just came up again, man, and we were talking about it. And dude, my eyes are watering right now. I was laughing so hard, dog. Oh, I've just got to show it now, dude. I just got to show it now. Everybody's like, what are we talking about here? Yo, this. It's so funny, bro. It looks like Pinky, dog. It's so funny. Look at that cake, son. God dang, bro. Look, your pawn might skip leg day, Pinky. But you definitely don't, son. That you got some flipping cake, dog. You've been working out, son. That I can't, dude. It's too good. I just can't. Who made this doll's giant, by the way? Has anybody noticed how big this doll is? It's laying on a bed, dude. It's huge. It's like a life size. It's like a life size version of Pinky, dog. It's so crazy, dude. Oh my god. I just can't, dude. It was too much. Too funny, dude. It must have been fate. It just came across my feed from a meme group I'm in. Jesus. Or is it really Pinky with a crochet filter? That's gotta be what it is, dude. That's gotta be what it is. Yeah, that's Pinky's crochet filter. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Brother, I mean, the chances and the like, it was like as soon as we ended the stream, it felt like, dude, it just reject. Like, bro, I'm crying. It was too funny. I'll just like the initial reaction to like seeing that reject put that in the Discord, bro, and tagged Pinky, and I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, it does look like him. I was dead, dog. I was done for like 10 to 15 minutes. I was so done, dude. It was so funny. And then all the comments and everything too just made it better, you know? Everybody in there talking about it and stuff. It was so good. Oh, god dang it. Yeah, I can't see right now. My eyes, I'm just crying. You mean, 8Ruff, you mean IRL stuff like throwing grenades through smoke in CS2. I got you, dog. No worries. ARL's going to print it. I can't, dude. Oh my god. I'm done. I gotta take his sweater off. I'm getting too hot, dude, laughing so much. Neutral, he said. I can't help it, bro. I can't help it, dude. Oh, man. I gotta get this sweater off. It's too hot. Too much laughing, dude. Oh, God dang it. That's funny, bro. Hey, bro, we'll see you in a second, dog. Oh, babies. We got a weak streak. That's so flippin' funny, dude. God. Oh, my God. And now, I mean, I'm kind of jealous, dude. I need to have my own doll, you know? We all need, like, life-size crocheted versions of ourselves, you know? I got to get that filter. Oh, bro. I'm flipping dead, dude. Oh, there went all my energy for the day. God dang. That's funny, man. I'm just crying my eyes out right now. What a great way to start the day, dude. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is okay. So we're in April, and it is like April 4th. That means we've basically got like 2 months right now before we start hitting summer showcases, and that's when you know, like basically where we used to have E3, right? Used to have E3, but E3's dead. So now all these big, massive developers and publishers do their own showcases. We have the Summer Games Fest, all that stuff. It's all going to take place right around the 7th, 8th, 9th of June. Most of it, anyways. The meat of it. There'll be some traces of it through that second week of June as well. But that's what this is talking about. And as we get closer to that, so basically, after I get back from this May vacation, I have planned to go see my parents and stuff. As soon as I get back, we'll start getting prepared for watching all that together, yeah. Oh, no, that's cool, Reject. Yeah, nice, dude. Yeah. Bro, God dang it. Got me ripped up, dude. My nose is running now. My eyes are flipping, watering. Jesus. Looks like Microsoft is teaming up with Epic to have Fortnite on Xbox Cloud, just so everybody knows. That's all I'm going to dive into that. Gameplay for canceled Nolan vs. Batman game that became Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor unearthed. What? Bro, yeah. Yeah, that's about the only thing that makes me remember that I have abs anymore. When you guys get me rocking like this, you know, you get me laughing like this, I'm like, oh, dude, abs. New Astrobot game rumored to be in works for PS5. We kind of had heard that was something that was going to be coming to us, so we'll take a peek at that. Eternal Strands revealed by former Ubisoft and BioWare developers. We'll take a look at this. The game's been rated. Silksong got rated? I don't think I knew that. Look, I mean, let me be fair here. At this point, I will not believe that this game is going to release until it's actually releasing. I just won't believe it. We've been baited too many times. It feels bad. I love Hollow Knight. I think Team Cherry did a fantastic job with Hollow Knight, and I hope Silksong's on par with that. I wanted them to take their time, but it also feels bad to be baited into thinking a game's coming out when it's not, you know. Oh, when it appeared on the store, it was rated then, was it? Oh, okay. Rated. I don't. Yeah, I did say rated. So, you know. Anybody that's not familiar with my accent will understand that I'm not very good at differentiating between certain words. So, there'll be things like a pin or a pen. I just say pin. Or 10 and 10. I just say 10. Same thing with rated. You know, so you're not wrong, Ferret. I did. It just sounds the same because of the way that I say it, dude. You know? NBA player last night who scored 50 points. Career average of 5.2. What? On what team, dude? That's crazy. The Pistons? Wow, bro. Wow. Talk about just being on your game. Jesus. He was flowing, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll take a look at this and see if this is anything. Thanks, Pinky. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know this was rated back then when it went on the store. Excuse me. That's crazy, dude. I can't tell you. You know, I mean, I'm a Thunder fan. You know, I've been a Thunder fan since they moved from Seattle. But and that's really the only team I root for. So I can't tell you how bad I want them. And I don't think it'll happen. They're very young and they're very talented. I want them to win so bad this year just to blow the NBA world's mind. You know what I mean? It would be... Dude, he should. He should. Yeah, he should. No doubt. I think that's a pretty easy lock, you know? Obviously, there are other people that need to be in that conversation, but... the amount of games he's played too, I think that's something you have to take into consideration. You know, he's played almost every single game this year, and exactly, yep, reject, yep. The Joker dude is always going to be in there. You know, he's phenomenal. But I mean, if you look at, I'm pretty sure that SGA has played all but like 2 or 3 games this year. Whereas, like, some of these other people in the running, I don't think have been up on that level, you know. And all around stat wise, he's just killing, dude. Like average and everything, it's just nuts. He's so incredible, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that sucked about last year. We were all looking forward to watching Chet, and then he jacked his foot up in the preseason, you know, and had to sit out all year. So it was like, well, that sucks. There's a year of contract gone. There's a year of learning, you know, as a rookie that he's going to be behind. You know what I mean? For coming into the league and getting us to where we're trying to go with this young squad and everything, you know. But dude, he's picked it up quick, you know. Obviously, I mean, he was around the pros all year last year, but he wasn't playing, right? So, but he's done a phenomenal job, you know. We've got an incredibly young team and a very talented team, and it seems like the chemistry is there, you know. They mesh very well. I'll tell you what, dude, I don't think there's a better GM, and I've known this for a long time, not just because of this team. I don't think there's a better GM in basketball than Sam Presti, dude. I really don't. He is incredible at putting teams together. Getting back, You know what I mean? Like, look at, I mean, even over what we've already got in the team, you should, I mean, have you seen how many draft picks we still have coming, dude? It's insane. No, I haven't seen it yet, dude. No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to look it up. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet. Pal World got an epic update, huh? For reals? Are you baiting me, dog? Oh, nice, dude. Oh, there's an update trailer and everything, huh? Sick. Yo, let's pull this up. No, not like that, dude. Okay, yeah, let me pull this up. Thanks, Pinky. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I'll have to quit talking about sports, dude. I'll just keep going. You know how I am. Video gaming news. Sports gaming news. By the way, the Stars crushed the Oilers last night. Shut them out 5-0. It was epic. Hunting that President's Trophy right now. Feels good. Yeah, it should be this bad boy. This was phenomenal, by the way. Raid Battle update trailer. Is it 2 weeks ago? Here we go. That's not... Don't they have this from their own site, dude? No, doesn't Pocket Pair have their own... There we go. Let's go to Pocket Pair real quick. I guess that is all they have. Interesting. This was 2 weeks ago, dude, and I didn't see anything about that. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll watch this. We'll watch this. The raid thing's a bit older. Okay. Well, I'll pull up the notes and everything. We'll look at the notes and everything too. Yeah. See, what's funny is I actually feel very differently about that sentiment, Reject. And dude, I think everybody's a little bit different when it comes to their different sports. They're comfortable, you know, that they enjoy and get entertained by watching, either, you know, as a cinematic experience or in person, you know. And if, for instance, I'll give you my breakdown on that. I grew up playing baseball. I grew up watching baseball. And as long as I'm watching the Yankees, I'm good to go. But if I watch any other teams, I'm bored out of my mind. You know? Bored out of my mind. So I understand where you're coming from with baseball. I didn't grow up with hockey at all. Not at all. I became a fan of it just because I like sports. And it's so entertaining for me. It's very fast-paced. It's very physical. There's no other sport besides an actual combat sport where you can just throw the gloves down and fight in the middle of the game, and you're not going to get like some kind of, you know, punishment from the league. You know, yeah, you're gonna get a penalty in game, but you're not gonna get punished by the league. You know, the hits are brutal. It's very fast paced. That's why I enjoy hockey so much. Those dudes are tough as nails. They're blocking pucks all the time, dude. Getting bloodied, losing teeth and stuff. Those dudes are gnarly, dude. The games are so much fun. I'm actually more viable to just like watch a hockey game that doesn't include the Dallas Stars, even though that's really the only team I care to watch. But I can still watch hockey games on TV, even if it's not the Stars, just because I love hockey so much, dude. You know? But, like, I grew up playing soccer. Was my favorite sport to play growing up, dude. I loved soccer. I cannot watch it. It is the most boring sport in the world to me to watch, dude. So I think it just varies from person to person, and I respect your like take on it, you know. But I think it's a very, very, you know, subjective kind of thing for people on, you know, sports and what is entertaining for you and what you can and cannot watch just sitting there trying to enjoy, you know. Ubisoft at the center of a fight to stop online game shutdowns. Interesting. What? Dude, we've had Bully 2 rumors forever. Is this worth diving into? I'll pull it up real quick. I mean, I think for most of us, the thing that's been a turn off about Rockstar for so long is how they have really just not given a crap about anything else besides Grand Theft Auto, right? I mean, that's the way it feels. So, we've heard rumors about Bully 2 for a long time. Nothing's come to fruition from it. It's not that you can necessarily blame Rockstar. I mean, GTA is incredibly lucrative for them. But it also feels bad when they have things like RDR2, which is, you know, had been for quite some time a very... I mean, it still is, right? I mean, a lot of people still love playing RDR2. But it's like the whole time the RDR2 was out, along with GTA 5, they just put it on the back burner, you know? I've heard rumors about Hollow Knight sequel. Apparently, there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. It really just feels like that's all they care about, you know? And for the fans, that sucks. For a business, I mean, you know, I understand why they focus so hard on GTA, but it's not like they wouldn't be lucrative with other things too. And I think from a fan standpoint of their products and IPs and everything, franchises, it always feels bad for them to only give a crap about Grand Theft Auto. For everybody out there that likes some of their other IPs, Bully, you know, the Red Dead stuff, it just seems like everything else just takes a back seat to everything GTA. Content warning. That was the one they gave away for free on April Fool's Day. I promoted it here on the channel. Hopefully you grabbed it. People seem to be enjoying it. Yeah, we've got this up already. Excuse me. Oh, interesting. Ninja Theory co-founder Tamim Antoinitis has left the studio. Yeah. Interesting. We got a lot of articles today. Free Lovecraftian first-person parkourer Grimhook to become a complete game. What? We have so many flipping articles, dude. We're gonna stick with this for today. We'll stick with this. I don't know. We'll skim page 5. I don't like not going through 5. Demon Slayer game leaked. All right, let's go. What up, True? What's going on? Yeah, we know about that. Yeah, let's put this up here. This is the Pal World update stuff. Thanks, Pinky. Yeah, we'll get the patch notes, then we'll watch this little trailer with it too. Thanks, buddy. Yo, I'm not going to dive into this. We got too many articles, but Amnesia Collection, Soma, and others are leaving Game Pass on April 15th. If you need... Yo, copy link. There we go. To see what all's leaving Game Pass, it's right there in that article in chat. Yeah, we've already seen the Night Dive stuff. That's the PO'd game. Okay, so here's the thing. Silksong apparently got raided in South Korea. So that's why this is big. That's what I was wondering. So we've got this up already, though. This is usually the first indicator, big indicator that, and we'll see if this was... Usually when something gets rated in South Korea is one of the first big places that a rating will come right before it releases. And this will be like a trickle-down effect. You'll see it in South Korea, then you'll start seeing it happen in other regions of the world. And then kind of lastly in like North America and stuff. But South Korea is almost always first. Almost always first, it seems like. So... this is probably why this is becoming big news right now. Alright, let's dive into this. Yo, Sleepy? Sleepy, true. You missed it, dude. We were cracking up about Pinky's flipping crochet life-size cake-riddled doll. The reject found. Yeah. I've got some pretty good clips in the Discord as well, True, if you haven't seen them yet, from the stuff that I made yesterday. Yo, Reject, I also, just so you know, dude, I tagged you in one. I don't know if you saw it. I made a highlight of me unveiling your gift and everything. So, here. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, cool, man. Wait. Wait, what? Do you know how many extractors are in there based on the compilations? Yeah, there's some decent ones in there. Dude, one of the best ones is like, in my opinion, from the gameplay of Dragon's Dogma. I jump off this cliff and literally all three of the pawns follow me straight off and we all end up belly flopping. It's hilarious. It's really, really good. So lovely free Lovecraftian. So we're going to dive into these articles now. Lovely free Lovecraftian first-person parkour Grimhook to become a complete game. Almost feels like proof of concept for a first-person Prince of Persia game with an ever so gentle dusting of Portal. It's a cracking little game, parkouring about with the help of supernatural powers and a grappling hook, but ends right as it feels. Like it's getting started. I'd certainly be up for 3 hours of this, but so how splendid to hear that the developers are planning to make a complete and fancier experience. Let's take a look at this. It's everywhere, yeah. Pinky's been ousted. Pinky's doll. He's been exposed. Oh, dude.
Listen to me, Darkness. You won't get out of this cave without my help.
This actually looks dope, dude. This Pinky's kind of jam right here, too. Yeah. So apparently it's fairly short right now, but it's a free, and they're making what we're reading about is they're turning this into a complete game now. Apparently it got quite a bit of traction. Grim Hook. I'll link all this for you, but Grim Hook is a first-person platformer starring a fellow who finds himself washed up on a beach outside his city, his boat in ruins, then sets about returning home. Shh. Interesting. With the help of a god who appears as a surprisingly expressive spectral skull inside a gem. As your tentacly powers grow, you can double jump, rocket jump, wall run, latch onto points using your anchor, grappling hook, smash robots to pieces, squeeze health from their robo guts, and more. I like that Grim Hook is built to allow a range of skill levels, letting you awkwardly bounce and bumble and pause to carefully line up each jump, or you can use tricks to preserve momentum and rocket through levels barely touching the ground. Nice little game, pleasant personality too. You can download it for free through Steam. It's only about 25 minutes long. May as well hop on it. Impressive wee thing. Made in 9 months after starting with a prototype. Made in just over a week at a student game jam. Sounds like developers Unlimited Fries might be growing it again into a full commercial game. We've been reading each and every review. We hear you loud and clear. You want more. The team said a posted overnight. We have so many ideas for what that means, and the development team is working hard to deliver you a complete experience with a focus on higher quality in all aspects while retaining the same exciting gameplay you all loved. That news comes alongside the launch of a patch fixing bugs, tweaking things, and adding new difficulty modes for players who desire a greater challenge or a helping hand. They released the soundtrack too. This will likely be the only patch for the version of the game, presumably because the next version will be a big separate incarnation. Potentially. I'll pull it up. Grim Hook. Yeah. And the soundtrack's free too. That's actually dope. I'll just add that to my library. I like soundtracks. But yeah, you can see the reception's very good so far. 98% positive of over 1,300 reviews. Again, it's very short. This is only about a 30-minute experience, probably 20 to 30-minute experience, depending on how fast you're gonna blast through here. But there it is. Yeah, all you have to do is just go to Steam. What? Oh, no. Dude, I meant to tell you, I totally forgot that you sent that to me. You're talking about the thing you sent me in Discord or whatever? I'm going to check it out. I haven't had much time here lately, and I meant to tell you, I thought about it this morning. Yeah, I thought about that this morning. I appreciate you sending that to me. I'm going to try to check it out as soon as I get a little bit of time to sit down and look at it and stuff, dude. Thank you very much. But no, I just haven't had time. I've been kind of busy here lately. But I am gonna check it out. I am gonna look at it. I appreciate it. Add it to your library, and you can play it for free. Check it out, and we'll see what happens with the full game that's being developed. Apparently, new Demon Slayer game has leaked. According to a well-known leaker of Sega Games, a brand new licensed fighting game based on Demon Slayer is currently in development. So what we need to know here, a sequel. We got a lot of articles, so I'm just gonna kind of summarize this. A sequel to Demon Slayer that Hinokami Chronicles is currently in development, according to a well-known Sega leaker. So this isn't official. Post-launch DLC for the original game included characters from the anime's Entertainment District arc. The leaked information about the sequel should be taken with caution, as specific details are yet to be disclosed. Exactly. So if you want to read more about this, by all means, but this is not official. Grain of salt here, right? There's going to be a lot of speculation about what this could mean, what the game could entail, as well as this is with it not being official. There's no guarantee this will definitely become a thing, but check it out. If you want to read all of it, there it is. Ubisoft game is at the creator, let's start that over. An Ubisoft game is at the center of a fight to stop online game shutdowns. The Crew an increasingly digital age, owning media outright has become less and less possible, whether it's movies, books, music, video games. The pivot to digital has made it harder for consumers to own permanent physical copies of their favorite pieces of media. Yeah. Legislation around this is spotty worldwide. Some companies have gotten away with raking in consumer money just to pull the plug on a game months or years down the line. However, YouTube channel Accursed Farms is starting a coordinated campaign to force stronger legislation against this practice. That's great. With Ubisoft's racing game, The Crew, at the center of it. Ross Scott, who runs Accursed Farms, posted a 31-minute video on the channel which outlines the problem, how he believes drawing attention to The Crew's April 1st shutdown could cause governments to enact greater consumer protections for people who purchase online games. As laid out in the video, consumer rights for these situations vary in different countries. France, however, has seen some pretty robust consumer laws, and Ubisoft is based there. Quote, "This isn't really about The Crew or even Ubi," Scott says in the video. "It's about trying to find a weak link in the industry so governments can examine this practice to stop publishers from destroying our games." Nice. I love it, dude. Let's go. This is a 30-minute video. I'm not going to watch it right now, but I will link it. According to a since-deleted blog post by Ubi, The Crew had over 12 million players before it was delisted in December of last year. Yeah, even if most of those people weren't actively playing the game by the end of its lifetime, that still means that millions of copies of the game were sold, 0 of which can be played today. And this has become a pretty common practice for a lot of online games from some of the biggest companies in the industry. Like when Square Enix shut down Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier in January of last year, or EA sunsetting the mobile version of Apex Legends the following May. How the Stop Killing Games initiative is coordinating action. The Stop Killing Games website includes step-by-step instructions for different countries and regions on how to support the cause, whether by contacting local representatives and government bodies or just spreading the word. However, France and Australian sections have actions that are labeled as the highest priority. If you're unclear on what you can do in your country, the site can guide you to the proper channels. Stop Killing Games' end goal is that governments will implement legislation to ensure the following: games sold must be left in a functional state. Games sold must require no further connection to the publisher or affiliated parties to function. That's awesome. The above also applies to games that have sold microtransactions to customers. Yeah, you know, we've seen stuff lately about if you remember, like the WWE games from 2K, they've had some legal actions imposed against them where people have gone, wait, you know, I was still playing WWE 2K22 and I had in-game currency that I paid real-world money for, and then you all of a sudden shut the game down because you wanted to make everybody go buy 2K, WWE 2K23, right? It's a pretty scummy thing. And they shut down the previous year. None of your currency transfers over even to the new game. And I think it might now, but at the time it wasn't. I can't remember if it does or not now. But even if that was the case, you still had to buy the new game to play. And they were just basically telling people, too bad, you lost out. And there's even something in there, they're like fine print. It's like, you know, once you're, you know, you pay for in-game currency, that currency really doesn't hold any monetary value, and therefore, you know, we can do what we want with it. It was pretty disgusting. So this is going to hold more publishers and developers accountable for the MTXs and stuff too, which is great. The above cannot be superseded by end-user license agreements. Nice. Nice. That's also very, very needed. This is awesome. As Scott lays out, the ideal outcome is that legislation will require online games to be run on player-hosted servers after developers stop supporting it, rather than publishers shouldering the burden of hosting servers internally. This is often a leading cause for games and services being shut down. Yep. Companies don't want to keep hosting online servers for games that they're not actively supporting or making money on, so they shut the games down entirely. While it's unclear how tenable these goals are, Scott says that trying will at least help ameliorate the cloud of uncertainty that hangs over the video game ownership. If we win, can you imagine how good it will feel in the future knowing all of your games are safe? You only have to think about whether you like the game or not. That's my vision of gaming for the future. It's a little different than the industries. And if we lose, we'll at least get told straight to our faces that in a democracy, you can never own video games that you pay for, no matter how many people want that to happen. I guess this will be a civics lesson. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, this is something that we've been dealing with for a while, since we've been transitioning, and obviously PC gamers, you know, this has been more of a concern for us than it has for console gamers for a while, as we've converted to an entirely digital front for quite some time now. So the concern is always like, why should it be any different, you know, than it ever was? Whenever it was just physical games, right? You owned those outright. They couldn't do anything to you about those games. You know, they couldn't take away your access or anything. It shouldn't be any different. If you pay for games, if you own games on any platform digitally, it should still be yours, and it should still be accessible forever. Your access to that should never be able to be taken away. This is something that these companies have to be held accountable to. You know, it's really disgusting that they've gotten this far with it. I've talked about this a lot, but it's amazing to see somebody really trying to step up and get people on a united front and make legitimate changes happen with laws in different countries and stuff. You know, Blizzard moment, yeah. Peak of game ownership, yeah. There's been a lot, dude. There's been a lot of really disgusting ones. I'm probably just gonna skim this. Look, man, we've talked about you know, how many times have we come across Bully 2 rumors or whatever. I don't think anybody knows for sure. What we do know is that Rockstar will continue to focus as much as possible on GTA. Anything else is going to take a back seat. We know that. It's just the way this is. Anybody that's a fan of anything else that's Rockstar, you just have to embrace that fact. It sucks, but it is what it is. GTA will always come first, and it'll be a very, very, very distant first place. Nothing comes close, really. They don't care about anything else all that much. So GTA 6 is still at least another 9 months away, but gamers are aching to know every detail they can, and there hasn't been a shortage of leaks, rumors, and theories. One report says GTA 6 could be delayed to 2026. Yeah, we talked about that. Yep. What? Bully 2. Yeah, potential Bully 2 rumors have started up again. Speculation, it could be worked on after the release of GTA 6 next year. Shut up. Yeah. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? This is all. It's so funny to me that people get so far. Like, can you just live in the moment of what we're? Yeah, I understand. You know, like a little bit of hype about upcoming things that you know are coming your way and everything. You know, getting excited about that. That's always been part of what we do. But dude, to be speculating about what's going to be worked on by a company after they finish their billion-dollar project they're working on now that's not releasing for another potentially year and a half. Find something else to flipping write about. You know what I mean? It's just so stupid. It feels ridiculous. Like you just, come on, man. Could it be Bully 2? Potentially. Could it not? Quite possibly. I knew that's what that was going to be, man. Jesus. I got baited. More mad at myself than anything. I knew better. Flippin' jebaited, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, reject. Yeah, it was clickbait. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's just like, it's the same thing. Like here lately in the video gaming news segment, you know, we've been seeing like the day after Dragon's Dogma 2 released, there were articles that we were coming across in our search that was like talking about Dragon's Dogma 3, and I'm like, bro, the game released, the second one released yesterday. How are you reaching that hard for clicks, dude? Like, really? I mean, I didn't click on it, you know, but it's like, come on, man. There's not better news to write about in the industry than you trying to clickbait about a game that's potentially, you know, 5-6 years down the line. Maybe. That's pure speculation. Pure just nonsense. Come on, man. Craziness. That's basically what all that crap is. Gameplay for a canceled Nolan vs. Batman game that became Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor Unearthed. Origins of the Nemesis system. So what we do know, before I even dive into this, there's a Wonder Woman game coming our way. Surprisingly enough, WB seems to be holding to their stance, if you will, about Wonder Woman being a single-player game. And they're going to have the Nemesis system in that game, which is good to hear, because everything else that we're hearing about WB is that they want to make everything a game as a service, right? They want everything to be Suicide Squad. So, good luck, WB. Let's see how that plays out for you. You know what I mean? Pure poppycock, I say. Flipping monocle. So let's see what we got here. Gameplay and images for the canceled Nolan vs. Batman game that was once in development at Monolith Productions have emerged online. Before it released the much-loved Middle-earth The Shadow of Mordor in 2014, Warner Brothers' own studio Monolith worked on a game codenamed Project Apollo that was intended as a Nolan vs. Batman game based on the version of the Caped Crusader played by Christian Bale. Liam Robertson of Did You Know Gaming has reported the director Christopher Nolan himself may have killed the game because he wanted to focus on The Dark Knight Rises, the third and final movie in this Batman trilogy. Project Apollo was said to feature the genesis of the Nemesis system Monolith later used with great effect in Shadow of Mordor. These games were very good. Years later, Twitter user Spidey Ranger has unearthed images and gameplay footage that gives us an idea of what might have been. Hold on, dude. This is really interesting. Batman Arkham Oranges. Bro, I can't. Oh, that was dope. Smashing people against the like door frame. That was cool. Looks like it's got a pretty solid like RPG system for like upgrades and stuff. Progression. Different kinds of builds and everything. Interesting. Early stealth sequences.
Why'd they take this guy out? What, you think mob lawyers don't have families? He had it coming.
What a
I bet he
fair.
wasn't even
It's
surprised
morphin' time, dude.
Cover your mouth! Get it low to the ground! Quick!
Interesting. Apparently this game would have marked the debut of the Nemesis system. Interesting. That actually looks like that would have been a dope Batman game. Weird. What's up, 8-year-old? Dog. That's so funny, bro. That's pretty wild, man. The more you know. So the Nemesis system was originally going to be used in a Batman game before the Shadows of Mordor stuff. That's really gnarly, dude. How crazy. That's really nuts. A new Astrobot game rumored to be in the works for PS5. A lot of people, I never played the Astro Boy stuff or Astrobot stuff. But Astro Boy's a movie. Astrobot. But apparently people liked it quite well. A new game in PlayStation's Astrobot series is rumored to be in development. With the launch of the PlayStation 5, Sony released Astro's Playroom as a pack-in title with the console that primarily showed off what the hardware was capable of. Despite largely being a tech demo, Astro's Playroom was hugely popular with fans and critics, led to further requests for more games of this time. Now it sounds as though these requests have been heard clearly by those within PlayStation. According to Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb, PlayStation has some smaller games lined up to release in the coming months that it hasn't yet revealed. One of those new titles happens to be the next entry in the Astrobot series, which would come from developer team Asobi. Further details on the project weren't shared by Grubb during the latest edition of Game Mess Mornings, but it was stressed that this Astrobot title should be released before 2024 ends up coming to a close. Yeah, I mean, as we do know, PlayStation's basically already told us that they don't really have anything over the next year to year and a half first party planned. They're going to have a bit of a lull here, PlayStation is, apparently. That's what the reports were saying anyways. We'll see if that is the way this goes. And that was closer. When did that report come out? Because while obviously Final Fantasy VII Rebirth it's not a first party game, right? We have to remember that. So that's a big release for PlayStation. It is a PlayStation only release, but it will go to other platforms afterwards. It's not a you know, that's Square Enix. It's not a first party PlayStation. So I think the report came out before that, even though it was still a big release for PlayStation. So you have to take that into consideration with what I was saying. If a new Astrobot game is on the horizon, the biggest question surrounding the title would be tied to its nature. Prior to releasing Astro's Playroom, PlayStation released Astrobot Rescue Mission back in 2018. What made Rescue Mission unique, though, is that it was an exclusive title for PlayStation VR headsets. Not known if the new one will be taking advantage of PlayStation VR 2. Yeah. So, apparently, grain of salt here. It's not official, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is solid information here. We'd heard a little bit of other stuff previously. Eternal Strands revealed by former Ubisoft BioWare developers. Yellow Brick Games, an independent studio founded in 2020 by industry veterans Thomas Giroux, Jeff Skalski, Frederick St. Laurent, and Mike Laidlaw, has released the reveal trailer for Eternal Strands. Third-person action-adventure game marks the studio's debut and is currently planned for a 2025 release. Is this... Hold on. The studio is certainly excited to share their 4 years in the making debut with audiences, with COO and executive producer Skalski sharing, quote, "We kicked off this adventure 4 years ago during the pandemic with nothing more than a dream and an idea to build amazing games with amazing people. To now be here is such an incredible feeling. It's been a journey, and we can't wait for everyone to see what we've been pouring our hearts and souls into. I'm pumped." In Eternal Strands, players will play as a young and fearless weaver named Bryn, whose purpose is to recover her people's cultural home by uncovering the mysteries of the Enclave, a once powerful nation that now lies dormant. The game is developed with accessibility in mind, with the intent to make the game appeal to a variety of gamers, from those seeking more casual fun to those who want a challenge from combat. The game was developed in Unreal 5 by the team of 68 developers at Yellow Brick. Laidlaw, who previously worked on Dragon's Age and now serves as Yellow Brick's chief creative officer, released the following statement about the studio's hopes for the game. Trying to deliver an adventure that brings a sense of fun and excitement to fantasy while encouraging players to experiment with its systems. Yeah. The vibrant and stylized universe will have players fight against massive climbable creatures called the Arcs. So, Shadows of the Colossus? Is that what we're talking? Eternal Strands seeks to blend the innovation of physics-based games with engaging combat to result in a gameplay in which the world itself serves as the player's weapon. As Bryn, players will combine magical abilities with powerful weapons to become the hero that would become the hero the world around them needs, using environmental and weather conditions in battles against fantasy foes. With the new game comes a vast world steeped in lore where players will build relationships with the characters within it. The official website has the trailer. It's already been rated T for teen by the ESRB. See what we got here. Haven't we seen a little bit of this already? This is what I was thinking before. I was like, dude, this sounds familiar. I think we saw a little bit of this. But it was very short. Yeah, this looks different. This looks like maybe more. And it looks totally cinematic. No. There we go. There's some gameplay. That looks gameplay. Yeah. The world's pretty. Eternal Strands, huh? Word. Set to launch on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on with Hollow Knight, dude. Silk Song. I'm so done with Team Cherry at this point. It's so conflicting. I love Hollow Knight. I love that game so much, and I've been very patient because I think that as you know, gamers and consumers, we have to be patient to an extent and give developers their time to bring us, you know, great products, and that means giving them their time and space to do that appropriately and not rush them. But what's weird is whenever you start dealing with facts of like constant delays, or like with Hollow Knight Silk Song, dude, what it was, you know, announced towards the end of 2022 that it was going to be releasing, you know, by within a 365-day window, I think is what it was. And it should have released by the end of October of last year, or something like that, or September. I can't remember. It was something like that. And it just was nowhere to be found. Nobody wanted to talk about it. It was nowhere to be found. It totally missed its window. And we're all just sitting here going like, what? Why? Why did you even window, you know, a year-long window? You know, missed it entirely. Nothing about when it's coming or anything like that. And it just got really kind of gross to deal with, in my opinion. But again, I mean, I'm really hopeful that this game is going to meet expectations. Hollow Knight was so good. I love Metroidvanias. Hollow Knight was fantastic, and I just hope that Silk Song is going to live up to the you know, something that still holds that magic of what Hollow Knight was or is, right? But and I'm kind of tired of like waiting on the whole unknown of what's going on with the game and Team Cherry and everything, when we've been baited already by release dates or release windows and stuff like that. It just feels weird and not fun for us fans. So the news now is that apparently this game has been rated in South Korea, and so on February 20th it was rated in South Korea. Interesting. So apparently this has been rated in South Korea. Anytime something gets rated in South Korea, it means usually it's kind of fairly close to coming our way. That was only about a month and a half ago. So let's see what they're saying here. Date likely coming soon after rating. Listing spotted online. It's been a very long wait, but it seems like we could finally be getting a release date for Hollow Knight Silk Song. As noticed by Reset Era user Eroke, the game was rated on February 20th in South Korea. Ratings in other countries have often tipped off video game fans about upcoming announcements, but that's not the only evidence that Silk Song might be getting some new news soon. Yeah. So the Hollow Knight sequel has officially been listed on the Microsoft Store, and users can now wishlist it. It will be a day one release on Game Pass. Team Cherry has still been silent about its release. Yeah. So I actually have this. So what they're talking about here is on April 10th, there is going to be a III initiative. It's going to be a showcase. It feature updates and announcements for a number of high-profile indie developers. And there is a chance that the game will showcase there with Team Cherry. I actually have the III initiative up here. It is next Wednesday. So what I was thinking is, as we get closer to the middle of next week, like early next week, we'll take a look and see what I've got going on. I know I've got a couple of life things going on, but I think this is taking place kind of midday, 11 or 12 o'clock. I might go live just to watch this. And I'll let you guys know for sure before next Wednesday happens, and you know, since that's our normal day off and everything. But we'll try and watch it and see. Okay. If we don't see an announcement during the Triple I Initiative, it's possible we could see something during Summer Games Fest. Yeah, probably. Jeff Keighley, what a flippin' Muppet. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you would hope that after missing their window last year, their 365-day window they had that they missed, they would be somewhere fairly close to releasing this game. They've been so tight-lipped, you know. They missed an entire year-long window and just didn't say crap. They just acted like nothing happened, basically. It's weird, man. Act fast. You won't want to miss these epic video game discounts on Amazon. There's up to 65% off on some of 2023's best games. See if they got a list here. Is this... Wait, what? Ah, this is Amazon Australia. Australia. So these are some deals in Australia. Okay. I'll link this. Usually what this means, though, is if there's a deal for some of these games in certain regions, they'll be in a lot of other regions too. So you can take a look. I'll link it there. I'm not gonna go through all of this though. Usually, you know, it looks like what we've got are some deals on like Jedi Survivor. It Takes Two, EA Sports FC 24, UFC 5, stuff like that. Okay. Deals from Down Under, that's right. 2D monochrome adventure Skaramazuzu has Hollow Knight's adorable melancholy. Freak Deer is back in shadow form. What? Nice. I'm not saying that Zuzu, the star of melancholic 2D adventure Skaramazuzu, is definitely inspired by that Adventure Time bit where the deer takes off its hooves like gloves. Adventure Time. So good, you know?
Unacceptable!
Love Adventure Time. But I'm saying that if it were, it'd have my full support, because the Freak Deer deserves to live on forever, even as a shadow wandering a gothic, purgatorial landscape in an unrelated game. We got a trailer for this one a few weeks back. The game itself just dropped on Steam yesterday. Got that specific blend of Hollow Knight, Silksong, esque maudlin. Silksong's not even out yet, so how would you know? Let's just go with Hollow Knight, okay? And whimsy that I personally love, skirting around the edges of both without slipping too readily into Tim Burton territory. Art style is crisp and wintry, the writing is goofy, everything that moves looks like it evolved from the same dead tree branch. Feature hooves on the trailer below. Let's take a look. Okay. Skarma Zuzu has a dedicated story, tie together its puzzles exploration. Commendable departure from their previous work. Cool. I was expecting, because they were comparing it to Hollow Knight, I was expecting more Hollow Knight gameplay, but as I was watching it, I was like, that's not what this is. But it's got a cool kind of dark, eerie art style to it and stuff. It's kind of cool. Steam users can now play one of the biggest Bethesda games for free until April 9th. And you can play as much of this game as possible, apparently. This is what I love. Historically, these games and series include... Bethesda is known for many games and series. And here's what they do. Elder Scrolls, Fallout, yeah. And then they go Doom, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, Prey, Evil Within, Rage, Quake. Which all come out of Bethesda subsidiaries. So Bethesda might have published these, but they didn't develop these. You know? So weird the way that works. And they're working on Marvel's Blade now. Specifically, that is Arcane, who already botched their previous game, which was also a vampire game called Redfall. Excuse me, Redfall. Elder Scrolls Online is what it is. So Elder Scrolls Online right now through April 9th is free to play if you're interested. All right, I'll link this to you. Hellblade 2 developer Ninja Theory says its fans enjoy shorter games. Bro. Okay, hold on, man. Let me just take a second here and address, you know, what this immediately initially comes off as Ninja Theory seeming to try and put this idea in people's heads. Because I'm sorry, man. You know, we talk about a lot about in this community, are you getting your money's worth, right? And that's going to vary. Obviously, it's a very subjective kind of thing when it comes to people and how they enjoy their entertainment, and specifically video games, the kind of content you like, but also how much are you expecting to get gameplay wise out of your games that you're paying for, and how much are you paying for that experience. Everybody's going to feel a little bit different about that, but there's usually some kind of baseline regarding this kind of stuff, you know, and for somebody like Ninja Theory, yeah, exactly, true. That's what I'm saying. So we already know that this game's only going to be like 8 hours long, right? We already know this game's going to be like a total of 8 hours. And so you want to talk about a game like Spider-Man 2 getting some criticism from consumers and fans about the fact that its main storyline only consisted of roughly 15 to 20 hours of gameplay, and you could probably eke out 35 to 40 hours with, you know, side content and everything. But really the main storyline, everybody was like, really? AAA price tag, 15 to 20 hours main storyline feels a bit low, you know? That's what a lot of people were saying. You want to talk about something like an 8-hour game that's being promoted so heavily? Yeah, and I don't know what this is going to be releasing at price-wise. Is this already pre-order? Is Hellblade 2 already played? Oh, let's talk about this real quick, too. Don't forget to get your free game right now, Islets. This is going to be no longer available in about an hour and 45 minutes. And then you'll be able to grab the Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition and Thief for free this week on Epic. These are banger titles you need to grab, dude. But go ahead and get Islets, yeah? And then get ready to grab these here in about 2 hours. I don't think... No Hellblade on here. There's no pre-order yet. We could probably look up what they're expecting to charge, but we'll just stick with this. So, funny enough, they're quoted as saying, there's a lot of pressure on people's time these days. That doesn't mean that people want to pay less for their entertainment. Or they want to pay more for less entertainment. Let me be very specific here. Retract that first comment. It doesn't mean that people are expecting to get less entertainment and paying the same or more money. That's not what that means. Okay? We talk a lot about, even if it's something like a subscription service. And again, it's going to be respective to each individual person and how they feel about how much is an appropriate amount of time to get out of what you're paying for your entertainment, right? But 8 hours? And I'm sorry, but for Ninja Theory to be calling this a video game is weird for me. This is, I'm telling you right now, I'm expecting the majority of this game to be, or at least a good solid chunk of this game, to be a interactive cinematic experience. It's not going to be a true video game, even though they keep calling it just a video game. So I think what they mainly focused on was trying to make this grandiose environment for you to play through and look at, and to look very good and to tell a story, but it's going to be short. I think you're going to be disengaged from a lot of controlling what happens in the game quite often, other than maybe some joystick holds, you know what I mean, to walk around and stuff. I'm not expecting a lot from this, to be honest, Scornblade 2, basically, dude. Yeah. yeah. The developer of Hellblade 2 has explained why it prefers making shorter games, insisting digital distribution has opened the door to games of all shapes and sizes. Even after this quote, I have to say, I feel like they're trying to make excuses for themselves. You're talking about a game that's been in development for how many years now, right? This game's been in development for 5 or 6 years, I think. And we're getting 8 hours of gameplay. And people are criticizing that. And so now they're coming out with quotes going, oh, well, fans of our games like shorter games. Like they're trying to push that notion onto people. Microsoft-owned developer Ninja Theory will soon release Hellblade 2, which costs $50, is digital only and about 8 hours long. Like I said previously, we've already read about this. Follows 2020's multiplayer online game Bleeding Edge and 2017's Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. It's a cheaper, shorter game that launched without a physical release. In a recent interview with IGN, Ninja Theory studio head Don Matthews said Hellblade 2 is the right shape and size of experience to tell the story that developers intended to make. I think what we always set out to do is tell a story and for the game length to be appropriate for the story that we want to tell, Matthews said. So it's not really a case of setting out to make shorter experiences. I think it is. There is a story that we want to tell here with a beginning, middle, end, and end. And what is the right shape and size of experience to tell that story? This is where I'm kind of weirded out. Why didn't you make a movie or a TV show? You should have made an 8-part TV show with an hour-long episode each. It seems like that's what you're wanting to make here. You're not wanting to make video games. That's what this seems like to me. Ninja Theory with Senua's Saga is caught in this space of, we make video games, but we really want to make shows. You know? And so it seems to me that they would just be better off making a show. And look, they're going to give you these gameplay screenshots, but I'm sorry. All the trailers I've seen have been very minimal for the amount of gameplay that they've actually shown. Most of what you've gotten would be like some scarce button presses, joystick holds for walking, stuff like that. Little bit of combat that, in my opinion, doesn't even look, you know, super engaging, you know. Which I don't know. The game hasn't come out. I could be totally wrong, but it doesn't change the fact this is an 8-hour experience here. And we need to look at what their budget was too. It's kind of crazy. Matthew said Ninja Theory has found an audience for shorter games where every step of that journey is meaningful. What I would say is, as well though, is that I think that since digital distribution has become a thing, it has opened the industry up to games of all shapes and sizes, which I think is really great. So I'm going to compare this to something though. So this quote is, so I'm really pleased to see that there's a lot of people that actually enjoy a shorter experience, something that they can sit down on a whatever Friday night, stick their headphones on, turn their lights off, and kind of sink into an experience, and players who don't necessarily want something that is 50 hours long, 100 hours long. So it's as long as it needs to be. And I'm one of those people. I like shorter games. Dude, I respect everybody's preference for games, you know? I really do. The thing about video games is that it's supposed to be about you having fun, and if you have fun with it, then more power to you. But I will always focus on, you know, these businesses and developers and publishers and things like that in the industry that seem like maybe they're a bit off, right? And I've got to say, when you're doing a quote like this, like, really pleased to see there's a lot of people that actually enjoy shorter experience, and no, you know, you're talking about 8 hours of gameplay at, you know, $50 a pop. And what was the budget on Hellblade 2? Let's just pull this up real quick.
The one that brings the heat. The one with the flow. The one that's divine. I'm the one in control. The one with the crown. Who never backed down. The one busting rhymes.
Yeah, I had seen some speculation that it was somewhere between $200 and $300 million. Yeah.
The one that's divine. I'm the one in control. The one that brings the heat. The one with the flow. The untouchable. I'm the one in control. The one with the crown. Who never backed down.
We would have to do some diving a bit deeper to figure that out for sure. I have seen stuff like that though. The development itself was $200 to $300 million, right? So you're talking about, I'm just going to compare this to something real quick. When you talk about like maybe enjoying a shorter game and something that seems a bit more respectable about the way this is being produced and what's being brought to the table, right? Let's talk about something like Stray, okay? Yeah. So even though, and again, I mean, look, I'm just bringing up a game that's notable. Not everybody's going to love this experience. But a lot of people have, right? A lot of people have. It's notable. Yeah. 2022. It was up for a lot of awards, things like that. It's a shorter experience. It took me 11 and a half hours to get through this game. It's shorter, but it's also $20 cheaper. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not, short games can be good. Short games can be good. But there's also something that goes into like understanding, and again, I think a lot of this comes down to, are you satisfied with what you're paying for what you're getting, right? And I felt good about Stray. It was a great experience for me. I enjoyed it very much. I don't think it was as phenomenal as so many people made it out to be. I think it you know, it was very good though. I enjoyed it immensely. It was very neat. Gave me some feels towards the end of the game, you know, as you know, a pet lover, you know, somebody that enjoys animals and the companionship of animals and stuff like that. And it was a cool game, right? It was a cool game. But you're talking about $20 less for almost, you know, for myself, apparently about 4 more hours of gameplay than you would even get in something like Senua's Saga. Yeah. So I think these are things that, and I mean, we can take it to another level too, right? Obviously we're going to be changing this into something that would be much different on the scale of the type of game, the type of story, the visual experience and everything. But you talk about something like Dave the Diver that I played last year, right? Another game that's overwhelmingly positive. You want to talk about getting your money's worth? Yeah, this is a $20 game. This is a $20 game I got 55 hours out of and could have gotten much more. So, you know, they're not wrong in these quotes, right? I just think it's appropriate for us to take a look at what's being put into the development of these games, what they're trying to get out of it at a retail price, and what kind of experience are they giving to us. Content matters, right? This might be a phenomenal experience for people. You know, it could be. But it does seem a bit underwhelming at 8 hours at a $50 price tag. Yeah. I mean, it seems a bit underwhelming. And it seems like they're trying to push the notion onto people, in my opinion, that, you know, you should like shorter games. I can attest to the fact that I've been in positions in my life before I started streaming where I was very short on time. I've always played games. I've always loved games. And whenever I was very short on time to play games, I needed games that were short. I needed games really that were more casual. Yeah, they didn't have as much of a story. They didn't have long quest lines and things like that. I needed things that I could pick up and put down. And everybody's got a different situation when it comes to gaming. A lot of it is time constraints too. And so I don't disagree with this notion on the whole, but I don't think that, you know, I think there's an appropriateness to it as well. I find it hard to see this game coming out at $50 price tag, I guess is what this really comes down to for me. A $50 price tag for an 8-hour experience. And I mean, if the content ends up being something that just blows people away, then maybe. But it's still going to feel like a reach, I think. Because here's the other thing too. I'm not seeing the ability for replayability in this game. I'm not seeing the potential for replayability in this game. It's not like you're going to play through 8 hours and you're going to go, oh, let's go through it a different way. You don't have 17,000 different endings you can get, like Baldur's Gate 3. There's no end game grind in this. They're telling you a story and you're done. That's the way this looks like this game, and I could be wrong, but I've seen nothing so far that tells me this game has anything after you finish it. So, with that, their next quote says, I think there's a lot of pressure on people's time these days, and I think our fans, from what we hear from them, they enjoy a shorter game where our intention is that every step of that journey is meaningful. There's an audience of people that want games that are focused. Nowadays, with more video games launching straight into subscription services and without physical versions, it is becoming increasingly difficult to measure success, at least from the outside looking in. As a first-party Xbox game, Hellblade 2 launches day one on Game Pass. That's at least something, right? Game Pass subscribers will be able to play this without paying, and I think that if you're looking for this experience, I think this is the way to access it. Paying $50 for this seems quite absurd, honestly. An 8-hour experience with no... as far as I know, no replayability or anything like that. Game Pass is where it feels like, dude, buy a month of Game Pass, play this game, and be done with it. Get that experience, be done. You know, I think that's a much more appropriate way to address this on release. While it will also be available to buy standalone across PC via Steam and Xbox, Hellblade 2 seems unlikely to prove its value through sales alone. For Ninja Theory, though, there are many measures of Hellblade 2's success. I think for us as a studio, my focus as well as studio head is how we can empower the team here, the artists here, to go and create an experience, and how to get it out to the widest possible audience. Yeah, I don't know. We're in this really weird scenario right now with gaming, I feel, where, you know, I'm actually really concerned about, like, and I'm gonna get a lot of resentment, a lot of blowback for this, but I'm concerned about where, like, Kojima's stuff's headed, you know. And dude, Kojima's been creating amazing stuff forever, ever, but I feel like there's so many developers that are currently trying to take video games and make them too much like a movie or too much like a TV show or something, which is weird to me. It feels totally opposed to what video games were supposed to be in the first place, which is an interactive experience for us to be engaged in. Again, as I've said before, cinematic experiences are fantastic. They add a great element to games quite often, but I personally am not somebody like Alan Wake 2 felt terrible to me because I was just constantly feeling like I was out of control of what was happening in the game. In control, out of control, in control, out of control. You know, it's not what I'm looking for. A good cutscene every once in a while is fine, but we're in this weird situation where I think Hellblade 2 is going to be very unengaging for you as a game player, to be honest. I don't think that you're going to be sitting there the whole time in control of what's happening. I don't think quite often you will be, actually. Final Fantasy 16 had as much cutscenes in it as the gameplay, you know, as there was gameplay. It's weird. There's weird stuff happening, man, that I don't really understand. I don't get it that much. And it's probably a lot of it's just personal preference, but I just don't understand why you want to try and take video games and turn them into an experience that's in large part opposed to what video games are really supposed to be. Like, if you want to make a movie, go make a movie. You know? If you want to make a TV show, go make a TV show. That's the way I feel about it anyways. I don't know, man. This just seems weird. Now, a nice segue here. Let me take a look at this real quick. Check. Yeah, dude, I got you, dog. No worries, no worries. Thanks, buddy. Ninja Theory co-founder Tamim Antoinades Nades has left the studio. The Hellblade writer-director is no longer with the Xbox developer. So Ninja Theory co-founder is gone. No longer part of the company. On a recent visit to the Cambridge, UK-based studio for Hellblade 2, Polygon noted there was no sign or mention of Antonides, who was formerly the company's chief creative director. A spokesperson for Xbox, which owns the studio, later confirmed to the site that he was no longer with the developer. While he worked on numerous games at Ninja Theory, he notably served as writer-director on Heavenly Sword, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, DMC, Devil May Cry, and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. According to Polygon, he was involved in the early stages of Hellblade 2, but the game is now being led by 3 creative leads. Dan Atwell, Mark Slater Tunstill, and David Garcia. Ninja Theory, Microsoft and Ninja Theory announced Hellblade 2. Yep. That's all we got. No reasoning behind this or anything. Weird. Interesting. Wonder what happened there. Kind of wild. It's weird to just be like, yeah, he's gone, and have no reasoning behind it. Saga, Emerald Beyond, Diva number 5, and final trailers. A songstress mech who has lost her singing voice and body. Square Enix has released 2 new trailers for Saga Emerald Beyond. The first introduces Diva number 5, one of the game's 6 protagonists, while the second acts as the game's final trailer. So one of the protagonists, Diva number 5, a songstress mech who's lost her singing voice and body, a mech who specializes in singing and dancing. She's popular in Avalon, a world where industry has developed around the royal city. She was a flawless and captivating entertainer, but after singing a forbidden song she found in the Royal Museum, both her memory and singing functions were disabled. She lost her ability to sing. Dejected, she abandons her humanoid body, joins the National Extra-Dimensional Exploratory Task Force. Man, say that 10 times fast. Leaving Avalon. Saga Emerald Beyond is due out on April 25th for PS4, 5, Switch, PC, via Steam, iOS, and Android. Let's watch this real quick.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
Nice, Ferret. You win.
I never but ought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot? And days of
I agree, dude. I like them.
My serial number is D05722314. I am known as Songstress Diva number 5. I don't know what I should do with myself now.
I didn't know what I should do with myself.
Who are you? Aye, it seems I've no other choices in my life. So cheers for having me. Will I still be able to sing?
Cool. I'll link it if you guys want to watch the other trailer there. Here you go. Nice. Tekken 8's Eddie Gordo patch is an absolute disaster. Oh no. Dude, Eddie Gordo is legit. Has been a huge part and a big, you know, there are a lot of fans of Eddie too. Well, the Tekken team has created an absolute banger of a fighting game. The latest patch is troubling. Eddie Gordo has been released for Tekken 8, the game's first DLC character, and an age-old fan favorite. Players new and old have flocked to the game to try out the fighter and see what's come to the game in the associated patch. However, his arrival was marred by serious issues that have tarred the game's generally glowing perception. So the most egregious issue right now is, so perhaps the best addition in Tekken 8 is its replay tool. Allows you to go back into real matches and practice actual situations you've run into online. It's brilliant, allowing you to take the reins and drill punishes as the game highlights crucial improvement points for you. It's probably the best training and new player-oriented tool added to the series in recent memory, in my opinion. That's really dope. With the release of Eddie Gordo, replays featuring the new character can't be accessed by those who haven't bought him first. Oh! This means that one of Tekken's best features will be partially locked for those who haven't coughed up the cash for post-launch DLC. For now, it's not a huge problem. One character out of dozens is a drop in the bucket. It'll only get worse as the game's roster expands in the coming months. This is bad. This is bad. This means that you can't train against Eddie unless you buy Eddie. It's also gross. It means that DLC characters are effectively harder to practice against than the base roster. Exactly. Creating an actual substantive disadvantage to those out there with the gall to only buy the base game and expect access to all its features. If it were locking you out of playing Eddie in this replay tool, there'd at least be a devil's advocate argument to be made, but not even being able to play your own character in your own replays is nasty. Then there are genuinely baffling changes to fights in Tekken 8. The latest Tekken 8 patch has totally changed the wall split state. This state refers to when a fighter is hit into a wall and has unique properties and consequences that are crucial for all levels of play. Here's a simple example. Characters like Dragunov have wall splat attacks that can only be performed if the opponent is in a wall splat state. It goes way deeper than that, but that's a basic application. With the latest patch, combos and moves that should result in a wall splat state no longer do. The hitbox of characters with their backs to the wall has been changed, resulting in certain attacks and strings whiffing altogether. It's understood that certain characters were able to truly excel by the wall, but game-wide changes to the system have done little but befuddle those invested in the game. Problem child Jayu's low stance, which was meant to be nerfed, is still dodging certain attacks it frankly shouldn't. In addition, specific characters' backdashes are way shorter than intended, acting as a hard movement nerf in a game where movement is everything. This all, of course, comes roughly a month before EVO Japan. As the game's first real premier competitive event, sudden adjustments like this must be worrying to the highest echelon of player. Yeah. To the Tekken 8 team's credit, it has addressed some of these issues and have expressed the intent to work on a fix, but it's a bizarre fumble. The game is laden with a wave of microtransactions that, while undoubtedly being handled by a separate team, to those who test the gameplay patches, raise questions about where resources are being invested. It's not a good look, dude. It's not a good look. Yo, how often do we have to talk about these scummy things that are happening with the gatekeeping of content? Yo, random emote time, by the way. Pipe or Keck W laugh, yo. Bro, gatekeeping content like we see here, or just, developing in-game mechanics that make you feel, like you're going to have a better quality of life playing a game like Dragon's Dogma 2 by buying into the microtransactions. It's all nasty. It's disgusting. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Nice, Ferret. Monka, dude. Nice reject. So, this is a terrible thing to hear and see for the fans of Tekken. We're getting railroaded, dude. We are getting, just completely railroaded by these corporations in the industry. It's getting, dude, I see it coming. As bad as it is now, strap in, dude. It's about to get gross. In a move Helldivers 2 soldiers call uncalled for, this is actually hilarious. Devs nerf shotgun key to the war effort as it was hands down the best sniper rifle in the game. Yo, come on, man. Anybody that is, a real gamer understands that if you're playing a shooter game and you've got a shotgun and it's better than any sniper in the game, it's going to get nerfed. Because it's not functioning as intended. If it's outplaying all the snipers in the game and it's a shotgun, it's going to get nerfed. You can't be pissed about that. You got to be realistic about this situation, dude. Players aren't pleased even after a developer explained the adjustments. A new Helldivers 2 patch has nerfed the Slugger shotgun, and players aren't happy in the slightest, even after one developer spoke about why the nerfs were implemented. Latest Helldivers 2 patch dropped yesterday on April 2nd, signaling the arrival of brand new planetary hazards like blizzards and sandstorms, while quietly adding lethal new automaton gunships. However, it's the new adjustments made to the Slugger shotguns that has got players talking. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Fair. Yeah, exactly. Slugger has seen reduced stagger impact, reduced damage from 280 to 250 points, reduced demolition force. The player below rails The player below rails against the changes, arguing that the nerfs were completely uncalled for, and that consequentially the slugger now no longer staggers most enemies. Yeah, another point of contention is players wondering why developer Arrowhead reduced the slugger's damage instead of doing bullet drop-off over increased distances. In a post below, a developer writes, the slugger was hands down the best sniper rifle in the game, which is understandably not what the studio wanted for a shotgun. Exactly. Yeah, that's all there is to it. You know, this is that tried and true situation and scenario of, like, you know, people play a game, they get comfortable with the current state of the game, but there's always going to be situations, you know, especially live service online games and everything too, where balancing needs to happen. There are going to be some kinds of issues of mechanically things not working the way they were intended to, and this is apparently was one. Dude, a shotgun should not be better than any of the sniper rifles in the game. Like a long distance shooting, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way that should work. So you had to expect that to happen. So there, I'm sure a lot of people that were like, yeah, this was coming. I knew this was coming. But then there are these people like these guys down here that are throwing a fit, or these individuals that are throwing a fit. It's like, oh, well, that was my main gun, man. Why would you guys do that to my main gun? You know, like, shut up, dude. It's a shotgun. They're like sniping people with a shotgun. Jesus. You had to know that was coming, dude. So stupid. People always throw a fit, though. You know? They always throw, not always, but there's always going to be a number of people that throw a fit whenever, like, something that they enjoy gets nerfed a little bit or whatever. You know, balanced. It's really just getting balanced. Pal World update. This is the final thing we have for the day. You know, we're gonna cover this Pal World update, and then we're gonna go play Dragon's Dogma Day 10. If anybody has anything else to add, let me know in chat before we finish up here, and I'll address it. Pal World update adds first raid boss patch notes revealed. A new update to Pal World has implemented the game's first raid boss, as well as additional content, improving building and more. Nice, true. The latest and first major update to Pal World is live on Steam, bringing with it tons of additional content, including the previously announced first raid boss, Pal Belenoir. While developer Pocket Pair taunted fans of the fairly new game earlier this week with a fake announcement for April Fools that players actually want, it was really good. This update should provide plenty of additional content for fans to enjoy as they move on from the lighthearted prank. The previously announced addition to the monster taming game's biggest draw is certainly Belenoir, who is the first Pal to be added to the game since its initial release earlier this year. Powerful and evil Pal is attacking the island of Pal World, which will present players with a new challenge to address. The additions for this update are only part of the Pal World roadmap that was revealed earlier this year, with plenty more to come in the future for players to look forward to. First major update to the game, which is still in early access. Let's see what we got. Implemented the first raid boss, like we just talked about. Summon raid boss pals by using slabs at the new summoning altar. Ooh. Raid boss pals summoned by slabs are very powerful, cannot be captured. Work alongside your base pals to take on these powerful foes. Interesting. Pals' eggs can drop after defeating raid boss pals. The extreme version of the raid boss is incredibly powerful and difficult to defeat. New training manual items have been added. These manuals allow you to give experience points to pals. New item ancient technical manual, has been added. This manual gives you ancient technology points and can be randomly found inside dungeon chests. Nice. New recovery meds items have been added. Using these meds will slowly recover your HP over time. New item homeward thundercloud has been added. When used, this item will instantly move you to your nearest base. Nice. That's awesome. New item, ability glasses have been added. When equipped, you can see pal stats. Very cool. New stat boosting items have been added. Power fruit, life fruit, stout fruit. Items will boost pal stats when used. Added a new passive, mercy hit. Pals with this passive cannot reduce enemy hit power below 1 when attacking. Oh! That's poggers, dude. Yeah, that was a perfect one for you, True, for sure. Yeah. Yo, that's actually insanely useful for catching pals. That's awesome. New item, Ring of Mercy, has been added. When wearing this ring, you cannot reduce enemy hit power below 1 when attacking. Awesome as well. Very, very good stuff. New armor, Multi-Climate Undershirt, has been added. Protect yourself against both the heat and the cold with just 1 slot. Nice. New building, Electric Egg Incubator, has been added. This incubator consumes electricity to automatically adjust the temperature to the optimum temperature for each egg. Ooh, that's cool too. Nice. Yeah, it is. Yep. New building, ore mining site has been added. This mining site allows you to produce ores from the comfort of your base. That's great as well. Good updates, dude. Kelp Sea can now produce PAL fluids at the ranch. Demood can now produce high-quality PAL oil at the ranch. You can now reduce the weight of metal ore while riding Serpent Terra. Nice. Cool. Increase the amount of ore dropped while riding Astagon. You can now raise PAL's rank to the maximum with a single synthesis using the PAL Essence Condenser. Condensation progress is now accumulated in the individual PAL. Negative PAL status will now be resolved after spending some time in the PAL box. So, if they're sick, you just put them in the PAL box. While aiming, a sphere will now display how many of the target PAL has already been captured. Cool. You can now check the cooldowns on partner skills for all your PALs on the main screen. Equipment and item stats are now visible on the technology screen, even if you have not unlocked them first. The tutorial has been improved and renamed to Journey. Nice. You can now show hide the journey in the game options. Damage number display size can be changed in the game options too. Awesome. In raid boss battles, the damage numbers tend to overlap a lot and it may be difficult to see, so we recommend adjusting the size. Items dropped by players after death on a dedicated server can now be picked up by anyone after 24 hours of real time have passed. Added a new sleeping player emote. Base related, you can now allow or disallow certain work for base pals at the monitoring stand. That's awesome. Oh, dude, they needed that so bad. I was talking about this while I played it. Yeah, I know this entices me a lot too. I've just got so many other things to play right now. But oh God, what a great stretch. Holy crap, that felt great. What I was telling everybody was I'm gonna play this again on like full release, so be prepared for that. So I'm not like trying to dissuade anybody from playing it as updates keep getting added in or anything, but if you are interested in playing this with myself and other community members again on stream, I will be playing this again in a very, very lengthy playthrough whenever it full releases. Yeah. As you know, I got a really good taste of the game initially. It felt really good, but it did have a lot of rough edges, and we had other things that we needed to kind of move on to. And I was just at the point where I was like, I've tasted a lot of this. It feels really good, but I'm willing to let this bake for a while before I really take the lengthy dive into it. This is great, dude. The ability, I was talking about this initially in the game. Being able to, because you have pals that can do a lot of different things, right? Being able to dedicate them towards certain tasks was hugely needed, and this is greatly beneficial for you and like managing your base location. Chest filters have been added. Select item types to allow or disallow inside chests. Cool. Crafted items are now transported from crafting facilities. Nice. Selecting allow transport when crafting will result in pals transporting those items to chests when finished. Great. You can now edit your character's appearance at any time using the antique dresser. Building and building piece placement rules have been relaxed. You can now connect stairs facing upwards. Fantastic. Roof pieces can now directly connect to foundations. Great. Triangular walls can now be connected to stairs. Awesome. You can now, all of this stuff is just great for quality of life of building. You can now force a pal to work and cancel their break by picking them up and throwing them towards a facility. No breaks for you. Pals recover their sanity while taking a break, so be careful. Fixed assignments remain fixed even after bad events occur. Previously, some assignments would change due to certain conditions. Now they will remain fixed unless the PAL is placed inside the PAL box. Balance adjustments. Minimum heat and cold resistance have been added to various armor. You will no longer need to take off your heat resistance armor when it's cold at night in the starting areas. Reduce the button press time in the egg incubator. Change the pattern for Yermintide Ignis to something more unique. Added legendary blueprints for some firearms dropped from specific enemies. Corrected the selling price of diamonds. Single player, it is no longer possible to select the initial spawn point for multiplayer. Block the back of the starting area with rocks to prevent players from getting lost or stuck. The increased attack power multiplier of partner skills that increase the player's attack power while riding has been uniformly reduced from 2 to 1.2. Eggs now have a small chance to produce alpha pals. Flying and floating pals are now immune to fall damage. Nice, as they should be. Shop prices have been adjusted. Then a bunch of bug fixes. Improve some PAL models and textures. Sound effects. Dedicated server fixes. Cheat prevention. Great. Soundtrack stuff. Awesome. Yeah, future implementation of PvP is potentially on the way. They've talked about they've talked about wanting to do that. Awesome, man. I can't recommend enough that people try this out. And they said it was on sale. Is it on sale? It is on sale. It's 10% off. Yo, you should just go home, Reject. I got the black lung, Pop. Tell the boss. Got the black lung. Gotta go home. It's 10% off. It will probably be a more expensive game on full release, so I would say that if this is an interesting game for anybody, and you're planning on purchasing it on Steam, it's a good time to buy. It will probably go up in price, as popular as this game has become, and I would totally expect them to be increasing the price of this game on full release. But it's definitely well worth a play, and I think it's gotten much, much better even since initial release in early access. So definitely give this game a shot. It's very good. I'll link it. Sucks to hear that, Reject. I'm sorry, buddy. So the last thing is we'll watch this. Because I haven't seen this yet. Came out a couple of weeks ago, but this is about the new raid boss. Edgy. Oh yeah, you're gonna fight that thing with the all those beginning pals. Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe they're just buff, dude. Well, cool, man. That's the jam. That's the jam, my dudes and dudettes. Always good to be back after the day off. And it's time to get ready for some Dragon's Dogma 2 Day 10. Yeah, baby. We're going to keep grinding. We've got we're about halfway through the Archer vocation, working our way towards the Magic Archer. I don't know that we'll get there today, but probably by tomorrow we'll be in the Magic Archer vocation. Thanks for the awesome news segment, everybody. Yo, let's go, 8-row. Nice, dude. GG's, dog. So, thanks for the awesome news segment. Hope everybody had a great day yesterday. We're going to have an amazing day today, as we always do. Don't forget, I do have a vacation coming up. The family and I are going to go spend some time together on a holiday. So, holiday, vacation, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. So, for about a week, roughly, starting on the 13th, stream will be down. So the 13th and for the following week. So there's a chance that I could be back streaming on the 18th or 19th. But we'll just, I need to see how the vacation goes when we decide we're going to be getting back and settled in and ready for me to be streaming again and everything. But as soon as we do get back, it will be time to start playing early access of No Rest for the Wicked, which I'm really excited about. So we've got a good about a week left of Dragon's Dogma 2 before we start playing something else. That doesn't mean Dragon's Dogma is finished. We will continue playing it until we beat this game, but we do have some early access stuff to start as soon as I get back from vacation. So just know I'm only just for the next week, keep reminding people that I do have that coming up, and to be prepared for the fact that the stream will not be live for about a week, starting on the 13th. Okay, let's go, Reject. Yeah, baby. The other thing is, it'll probably the 11th. I think that's when the Fallout TV show is releasing on Amazon, and we're gonna watch party that here. It'll probably be just an all-day watch party. So if you have Amazon Prime and you want to hang out and watch, do a watch party with we'll probably test a watch party the day before to end the stream. Yeah, I know, yeah, dude. We'll probably test a watch party to end the stream like the day before to make sure everything's working okay. Because I haven't done a watch party in a long time. But we'll be watching just Fallout all day, dude. All day on the 11th. We're just going to stream. We'll do the news to begin with. Let's go, dude. Everybody wins. Pinky. So we'll just probably hang out after the news and just watch Fallout all day, and maybe even finish it on the 12th if we don't get it finished on the 11th. Okay, because I don't know that we'll get it finished on the and then I'll leave on the 13th, so it'll give us a nice chunk of stuff to get done before I leave. But happy Thursday, guys. Keep grinding. The weekend's almost here. Again, thanks for the awesome news segment. We're gonna move on. We're gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2 Day 10. And have a lot of fun with that. If anybody's hanging out today, you're not familiar with what we do around here, or if you're seeing this as a VOD later on and you're not familiar as well, then this is the way we start all of our streams off. 6 days a week. No Wednesday streams, but every other day we're live at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT. That would be 7 a.m. Eastern Time or 4 a.m. Pacific Time. And we begin with video gaming news, trying to stay current on everything that's happening in the industry. Promote a healthier industry for ourselves as gaming enthusiasts and consumers, and then we go on and play games for the rest of the day and just have a lot of fun together. You know, we've got an amazing community here of awesome people having a good time, and just it's a legitimate community about building friendships and cultivating and welcoming experience for anybody that wants to be a part of it, and trying to be void of negativity and toxicity, things of that nature. So if you can dig that, man, we're always looking for more good people to come spread the good vibes of being cool friendos, man, and enjoying the world of video games. So if you can dig it, come be a part of it when we're live, man. We'd be glad to have more people be a part of what we do. So I guess other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. I'm going to run us an outro real quick so we can segue our way into playing video games for the rest of the day. But I'm not going anywhere. Stream's not going down. I'm just going to run this outro, and as soon as it's over, I will be right back, and we will get ready to play Dragon's Dogma 2. You guys rock. I'll be right back.